Funny you should ask that. Actually, I'm guilt-ridden. I really wanted Cass to meet Joe. I thought maybe we should come back up here last night.
Oh, nonsense, dear. She understood. You're hardly at full for Art getting bronchitis and Kathleen having to go home. She said she loved your phone call and that Joe really outdid himself.
Yeah, well, he's extraordinarily happy these days. I guess he wants everybody to know it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, though I hardly understand it under the circumstances.
Well, Joe's really happy to be married to me.
That's not the point, Siobhan. You know what I meant.
You meant, though, even though Tizo's not involved in a gang war, somebody out there's really mad at him, and how could Joe possibly be happy with everybody shooting at his uncle?
Yes, something like that, yes.
Well, maybe you'll understand a little better after I've told you.
What's going on, Siobhan?
Well, the thing is, I'm not really ready for it to be real, and it won't be real till I tell you. I've already told Jack, and Joe knows, and Frank knows, but the fact is, it is not real until you know.
Told me what?
I'm pregnant.
Siobhan!
Ah, Joey, that's good news. Congratulations.
I knew you'd be pleased.
I couldn't be more pleased. It's what you wanted. From my standpoint, it couldn't be better.
How do you mean?
Siobhan loves you. You love her. She trusts you. She's loyal to you. You know, in the future, her loyalty and your marriage may have to be tested. And that child is just what will make you and your marriage more important to her.
Tizo, that's not what it's all about.
You're angry.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to upset you. It's true.
Look, I don't want Siobhan and the baby and the other children I hope we'll have to be any part of business. I want to keep my family away from all of it. Not just for them, for me. I want a part of my life to be as sane and happy and ordinary as I can make it. You understand that? That's what you gave me when I was a kid. I thought we were in basic agreement that that's what I could have now.
Well, you can have it now. With the exception of the Ryans' involvement in the little trouble we had with Wally, can you say that Siobhan and your marriage is upset with business?
No. But...
Well, there you are. I want things to be the same, but I'm not going to live forever. And when I pass on, peacefully and natural causes, you'll be in charge. I can't guarantee that anything won't happen. Neither can you.
I believe I can guarantee Siobhan's safety. I believe we can have a strong and happy life together. I never would have married her otherwise, no matter what she may have seen or overheard. Tizo.
Yes, Joey?
Tell me one more time about right now.
Your wife is safe. The situation is in control.
I want to know how dangerous it's going to be for Michael.
Mrs. Pavel, that depends on Michael.
The only part that worries me is getting the job. Once I'm in there, I'm not taking any chances. I'll keep my eyes open and my mouth shut, and I'm not trying anything till I know it's going to work.
Tizo won't be expecting any trouble from a kid.
Not even the son of a man he killed. He's not stupid, Mr. Tussell.
If he thinks I'm trouble, Mom, he's not going to give me the job to begin with.
I still don't like it. Wally planned how many things that didn't work. And you yourself, you walked in on Tizo in that bar, surprised everybody, and he lived through it. What can Michael do that you haven't already tried?
I can make him trust me. And when he trusts me, I'll kill him and anybody else who happens to be in the way.
Michael!
I mean it, Mom. I'm not scared. Tizo Novotny killed my father. He deserves everything he's going to get. Will you call him now?
Yeah, this is Anna Pavel. Could I speak to Mr. Novotny, please?
Just a minute, I'll see if he's in. Excuse me, it's Mrs. Pavel. She's asking for you.
You want me to take it?
No. Let's see what she says. Hello, Anna. How are you?
Pretty good, Mr. Novotny. I'm sorry to bother you. I didn't know who else to call. I need to ask a favor.
Well, Anna, you know I'll do anything for you I can. What seems to be the problem?
Well, actually, everything's going pretty good, Mr. Novotny. We still got most of the money you gave us, and my health's better.
I'm glad to hear that.
But, yeah, but I'm very worried about Michael.
Oh, is he in some sort of trouble?
Not yet. But he's got to have something to do. He's got to have a direction. He's very moody and depressed. He's got too much time on his hands. So, I've been talking to him about taking some college courses, and he's been looking for a job so he could maybe, you know, pay for it, help pay for it. But he can't find anything, and I was wondering maybe if you have some kind of work for him.
How old is Michael?
He's 18.
Well, has he had any experience?
Well, that's why I thought of you. The last 2 summers, you see, he's been working at a lunch place near us, in the kitchen and behind the counter. They promoted him to waiter, but the owner died, and now the place is closed up.
Well, that sounds good, Anna. I think probably we can find something for him here.
Oh, I'd be very grateful, Mr. Novotny. He's a good kid. He's very reliable.
I'm sure he is. Why don't you send him over to see me?
I really appreciate it. When would be convenient?
Why, the sooner the better. I'll be here all afternoon.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Keep in touch.
He'll see you. Anytime this afternoon.
Nice.
Nice for you. Nice for Wally, not nice for Michael if he gets caught.
I won't get caught. Tizo killed my father. This is a chance to pay him back. And Wally and Dom have promised to take care of us after it's done. It's too good a chance to miss. I'll be all right.
If you say so.
I say so. Now, my first problem is to not let him put me in the EBB warehouse or on one of Joe's boats. I need to be in the restaurant where Tizo is. I need to make him relax and trust me. You done good setting up about the diner.
I was sorry about Pavel. There's no question that he was getting soft in the head. You know, to argue about payments in front of outsiders.
Siobhan isn't an outsider anymore.
Pavel is not able to argue anymore either. I hope I can do something for Michael.
Neither he nor his mother know anything, right?
She knows nothing. She understands that her husband disappeared and won't be coming back. We paid her very well for not raising any more questions. But you know, later on, she handled Jack Finelli very well.
You think the kid's safe?
He doesn't want anything to happen to his mother. But don't be so concerned about it. You worry too much. Don't worry about Michael Pavel and his mother. And don't worry about Siobhan. None of this will ever touch either her or your baby.
Miss Williams, Miss Harris is here.
Thank you, George. Oh, Kimberly, how delightful to see you again.
Thank you. I'm sorry I'm late.
As a matter of fact, just 2 minutes early. Do you like champagne?
I love champagne.
A bottle of number 57, please, George.
And very chilled.
Right you are. You know, when I was your age and an inspiring actress, I thought it was de rigueur to be half an hour late for everything. Ooh. Bad manners and bad business. Always be on time. They don't expect it of you, so you have an immediate advantage.
I'll remember that. But you weren't just an aspiring actress. You had 3 wonderful seasons on Broadway and 2 films, and then you gave it up to become personal manager.
Now, how did you discover that in the past 12 hours?
Was it that obvious that I didn't know who you were?
Yes, patently.
That's awful.
Oh, no, on the contrary. It's rather refreshing to find somebody in this business who doesn't think they know everything.
But I was trying to pretend.
Mm-hmm. Well, for your information, the tip-off came when you politely but firmly refused my supper invitation.
If I'd have known what it could mean to my career, I'd have broken that appointment.
Oh, absolutely.
Buddy tried to tell me backstage.
You're Synesius?
Yes.
Oh.
You didn't like him?
Oh, he's a very attractive young man.
As Synesius?
Ah, we haven't come here to discuss your fellow actors.
I'd like to know what you thought of the performance.
Well, I think not. Ah, George, your timing is impeccable. Excellent. I never deal with negatives unless I have control. And therefore, I will tell you what I felt was wrong with your performance only.
You tell me the good things, too?
Oh, with great pleasure. And it's a long list. Thank you. Delicious. Oh, you are a joy on stage. Do you know that, Kimberly? Oh, you have some work to do, but it's only technical. I mean, honing and polishing and buffing away the raw edges. But, oh, the gift is there. And in my opinion, it's formidable. Here is to a long and distinguished career.
Thank you. I hope so much it happens.
It will, if you want it to. Oh, you can take my word for that.
I want it now. But sometimes people change and they can't help themselves.
That's true.
Is that what happened with you?
I was ill. I spent 3 months in the hospital and then 6 months recuperating at home. And when I got back on my feet, all my perspectives had changed. I went into production, and then I directed several things. Then I discovered that people and the parts of their lives was most interesting. My perceptions were excellent, and I had a keen sense of who could do what. And then one morning, I woke up, and I discovered that, at least half a dozen people relied on me for advice and moral support and general representation. It was like suddenly having a family of brilliant and beautiful children. Oh, I love that. I love it even now.
Do you have a sense of what I can do?
Oh, indeed I do.
Can you tell me what's going to happen next?
Well, I can tell you what should happen. You should meet the top Broadway producers. Well, I don't mean making rounds, a proper introduction. And then you should see the most important casting directors and the network people here in New York. And then after 2 or 3 days putting together an appropriate wardrobe, a week's trip to the coast where you do this whole thing all over again.
Wow.
That constitutes being discovered.
But it's impossible. I don't even know where to begin.
Which is why you need representing, darling, and why we are having lunch.
You want to represent me?
I certainly do.
Well, that's just incredible. I don't even know how to thank you.
Oh, no, wait, not so fast.
I don't understand.
Oh, you mustn't rush things like this.
But why not? You're the best personal manager in the business, and all your clients are famous and rich and working and happy. If you want to represent me, I'd be insane to say no.
You would be insane to say yes without reading the contract and thinking about it.
Well, I thought about it already, and I can read the contract right now.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Why?
Well, I haven't got one with me.
Oh.
Oh, you do have an extraordinary face. George, could I have a telephone, please?
Oh, but of course.
I'll call the office and they'll type out a contract and bring it over here before dessert. Thank you very much.
Really, Miss Williams,
Paige.
Paige? I don't need to think about it, and I don't want to read anything. I know.
Well, don't you say another word. You're going to take that contract home, and you are going to read it, and then we'll meet again tomorrow morning. Hello, Gwen. Would you please type up 3 copies?
A pickle and cheese sandwich makes me think of exam time.
Yeah, me too. Do we have any onions?
Right over there. What are you worried about?
Oh, Siobhan, Siobhan.
Oh, she told you about the baby, huh?
Yeah, yesterday.
And you never said a word?
Well, it was her news, you know.
You're a good brother, Francis.
Yeah. Say, is Jack around?
No, he's out with Ryan.
How was he this morning?
Very quiet. More sad, and at the same time more at peace. That man that talked to Mary before the accident laid a lot of his questions to rest, but he told you about the visit. Jack told you.
Yeah, last night.
And you're not about to talk about that either.
No, I don't want to talk about him.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello, Kimberly. How you doing? Come on in.
Thanks. Is it okay? Your office told me to be here.
Sure. Ma, you haven't met Kimberly Harris, my mother, Maeve Ryan?
Oh, what I've heard about you.
More bad than good, I bet.
No, on the contrary.
May I just tell you how sorry I am about Mary? She was awfully nice to me.
Oh, well, thank you, dear. Pull up a stool.
So, how's it going?
Is it okay to talk business while you're having lunch?
Well, it's the best time.
Should I go away?
No.
No, please stay. I just have to talk something over with my lawyer.
Oh, well, shoot.
Paige Williams, who happens to be the best manager-agent type in the business, took me to lunch today. She wants to represent me, and I think it's about the best thing that could possibly happen. And here's the contract.
Well, now, that was fast.
Only because I insisted. She wants me to take this home and read it and tell her what I think tomorrow.
May I?
There's a copy for you and a copy for me.
Excuse me, just a minute.
When did you meet this Miss Paige, Williams?
Can I help you with that?
Surely.
Kimberly.
Here, you have to cut that.
Oh. What's wrong?
Look, I'm sure this Miss Williams is everything you say she is. She has to be. She better be in order to get away with the terms of this contract. I'm sorry, but I can't recommend that you sign this.
What's wrong with it? Why can't I sign it?
Well, to begin with, a 25% cut of your income is very high. In return for that kind of percentage, you should at least be guaranteed some kind of minimum income a year. Then, too, this is an open-ended contract. And if you should ever opt for other representation, Miss Williams would be entitled to take 10% of your income for the rest of your life.
But I don't care. The money's not what's important. It's the work that's important. And she can get that for me, better than anybody else.
Well, you don't have to take my advice, but I'm afraid that's the way I see it. It's a bad contract and a very bad deal.
Please don't try to talk me out of it. Let me sign it.
I can't stop you from signing it, Kim, if that's what you want to do. It's a mistake. All right, look, why don't I call Miss Williams? Maybe she and I can come to an agreement that would make more sense from your point of view.
You'll make her mad.
What, old silver-tongued, butter wouldn't melt in his mouth Ryan? Of course I won't make her mad. She'll love me.
Are you sure?
Sort of.
Could you do it soon?
I'll call her right away.
And would you call me as soon as you know anything?
I promise. I promise. I can't see her. This afternoon I'm all booked up, but I'll call her first thing in the morning.
Okay. Why do I feel like I'm making a terrible mistake?
I don't know, because you're being very sensible about the whole thing.
Thanks. I hope so. Goodbye, Mrs. Ryan. I'm glad we finally got to meet.
Yes, so, my dear. Good luck.
Thanks.
It's going to be all right.
You say so.
Take care.
Goodbye.
She's a lovely girl. Very vulnerable. It's a good thing she has you to count on.
Oh, Kimberly will be all right.
Well, you don't seem to be too sure.
Well, to tell you the truth, Ma, my mind has gone straight back to Siobhan. She's the one I'm worried about.
Tell me about your experience in that lunchroom.
Well, I began by clearing tables and doing dishes, and then Mrs. Leone found out I could cook, so she moved me behind the counter, and I helped with the griddle and drinks.
You like to cook?
Yes, sir, I do. Then finally, before her husband died, I was waiting on tables.
Well, how do you feel about the restaurant business?
Well, I like the diner business a lot, so I guess I'd like the restaurant business even more.
Well, you prefer to be here than on the boats or in the warehouse?
Oh, yes, sir. My father used to take me out on the Nova when I was a little kid, and I get seasick.
You want to know something? So do I. Don't tell Joey. Well, I think we'd have something here at the Harborside for you. When could you start?
How about now?
Good. That's very good. I like your attitude. I think we'll get along very well.
I hope so, Mr. Novotny. And I just want you to know, I think this is a big opportunity, and I'm very grateful.
SoapNet's Breakfast in Bed just got supersized. Now you can enjoy breakfast in bed all day with the OC, One Tree Hill, Beverly Hills 90210, and Gilmore Girls. Every Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on SoapNet.